Hello and welcome to my A to Z top games. I've picked one game from each letter of the alphabet out of my collection that I find personally is my favourite game of each letter. I don't know why these are all here. They're terrible. Let's get on with it, shall we? For the letter A, we have Advance Wars 2. One of the greatest games for the Game Boy Advance in my opinion. It's very much turn-based strategy, so if you're a fan of that, it's perfect. Very good game. It belongs in every Game Boy Advance collection. B, we have Bubble Bobble. Obvious choice, that's the Nintendo version. I have a few other ones, PlayStation, Amiga, the Xbox Live one, which is an arcade perfect port. Any collection, you have to have the Bubble Bobble in it, except for the Game Boy one. That's absolute rubbish, try and avoid that one. C, we have Crazy Taxi. Again, arcade perfect, that's what the Dreamcast was known for. It's one of the best games on the Dreamcast. It is the reason why I bought a Dreamcast in the first place. Great arcade fun. D, we have the mighty Dishonored on the 360, also available on PS3. A first-person stealth mode, a lot like Thief, but apart from the recent Thief, Dishonored absolutely nailed it. E, I could have very easily gone with one of the Earthworm Jim games, but I decided to pick Everblue on the PS2. It's a first-person diving RPG. If you can get your head around that, it's very much worth a look. It's quite Japanese in style at points, a bit quirky, but published by Capcom no less. You know you're onto a winner with that one. Next up for F is a game that doesn't need any introduction again. Final Fantasy VII on the PS1. One of the finest PS1 games, arguably. Well worth looking out for if you're into your RPGs or fancy a massive epic storyline. Get rid of that one. For G, we have All Out Warfare. General Chaos on the Mega Drive. 2-player, it's essential. If you've got a buddy, a couple of beers, shooting each other, great fun. Look out for that one. Next up, we have the quite little known Half Minute Hero. It's an RPG in 30 seconds, or at least it says it is. You have a little fella here, and you have to turn back time each time. It costs you more money to do so in order to save the world. Quite a funny game, very quirky. There's different game modes to keep you busy as well. It is quite niche, but it's good fun. It's quite sarcastic. It doesn't take itself seriously. Considering I'm a big fan of Super Nintendo, I've not had any in my A to Z yet. So, International Superstar Soccer. FIFA was alright, it was much better on the Mega Drive, but ISS, that was the way forward for me, and I never went back since. Coming back to the Dreamcast, we have Jet Set Radio, or Jet Grind Radio, rollerblading spray paint game. Very cool, awesome soundtrack, very much worthy of any collection from Dreamcast. Okay, we have, surprise one, King of Fighters collection, the Orochi Saga. It's the 5 main Neo Geo beat-em-ups, I think 94 to 97? 98, sorry, 94 to 98. For the sake of it, I think it only cost me about £1.50, but the loading times are horrendous. Going a bit more recent now, L, we have Last of Us on PS3, a very good story-driven game, not about zombies. It is about zombies, really. The gameplay's not very good. It's Uncharted light, I thought, anyway, at least my opinion. Don't kill me, internet. But the storytelling is second to none. Absolutely amazing. Very worth a go if you've not picked it up yet. You can get it cheap now as well, what with the PS4 version out. M, we will go with Metal Slug 2 on the Neo Geo Pocket Color. Sadly, it's gone quite expensive, this one. About £50 last time I looked, but you can get it cheaper. It's worthy of any Neo Geo Pocket collection. It's very good. The first one is pretty rubbish, pretty standard. There's a lot of slowdown on it, but this one really makes up for it. N is a bit of a cheat one. We have Namco Museum Virtual Arcade on the Xbox 360. Only picked this because I'm quite low on N's in my collection, but it does have Pac-Man Championship Edition, which is a very worthy sequel. There's been a lot of rubbish Pac-Man games, hasn't there? Let's be honest. And this one actually does it justice. Good stuff. O, a bit of a weird one, obscure one. Omerta City of Gangsters. Plays a lot like Tropico with less building, more shooting. And then once you get through to the other game mode it has inside it, it's basically XCOM light. If you like your sort of gangster 1920s setting, bit of jazz music, perfect game, good fun. P, we have Power Stone on the Dreamcast. Very good 4-player action game. You collect 3 Power Stones by hitting your enemies about various weapons, and then you collect your power-ups, becoming a huge monster character, and then you get to destroy each other and hit each other even harder. Bit of a precursor to Smash Brothers, I think. Good fun though, worth having a look. R, we have what Genesis did that Nintendo didn't. A very gory Robocop vs Terminator. The Super Nintendo version was rubbish. Really cut down and watery thin, but this one, quality soundtrack, really gritty, that Mega Drive sound that you all know about. Fun game. S, there could have been so many choices. I've gone with Shadowrun on the Super Nintendo. If it'll stand up, it won't stand up. Could have had Probotector, anything with the word super in it really. Super Mario World, Super Mario Kart, Super Star Wars is a good game. Not the best to be top of the pile though, but I've gone with Shadowrun. A very good RPG. When everything was Zelda and cute and fairies, this one with guns and magic. It's very good, really good game. T, I'll always have a soft spot for Bullfrog's theme park before EA ruined them and put them into the ground. Thanks EA, again. Not a lot I can say about this one. Doesn't matter what console or computer you have it for, it's very good on all of them, even the Mega Drive and Super Nintendo versions, which are quite thin, a bit watered down, but still really good fun. Very good strategy game. U is a more recent purchase. Finally got hold of a copy of Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins on the PSP. Updated version of the arcade version and the Super Nintendo version, all the versions really. It's really hard. I've completed the Super Nintendo one, but this one is giving me really bad trouble. And you can save it and it's still driving me insane. V, we have Virtual Bart on the Super Nintendo. Wait a minute. How did that get in there? That's a rubbish game. There we go. Virtue's Last Reward on the 3DS. Big Brother meets Saw. Very Japanese flavoured, so if you like a lot of text in your game, this one's for you. Puzzle solving and more text to go with it. W, WrestleMania 2000. Could have picked some of the other wrestling games, like SmackDown 2 was a very good one. This one, it was a reskin of NWO WCW Revenge. Fun game, especially if you got a few friends to play it with. Really good carnage. It looks like a bag of spanners nowadays though, as do a lot of the Nintendo games. Moving on. X. Will only stand for XCOM in this house. Not a lot you can say. It's very good. I do own Terror from the Deep, Apocalypse, the reboots on the 360, and the Bureau, which wasn't a bad game, all in all. Very good strategy game. If you can get hold of it, good fun. Keep going for hours. That's just the loading screen. Y is Yumi Penguin Monogatari, or as I like to call, Super Weight Loss Penguin. You're this little fat wedge here, and your girlfriend dumps you, so you have to lose weight to get her back. It's a very good shooting platformer game. You know it's going to be good if Konami made it anyway, on the Famicom. Crazy looking. It's good. And finally, we have Zombies, or Zombies Ate My Neighbours. Perfect game. Great soundtrack. Halloween game for all time, this one. I'm sure I'll be playing it at the end of October. Great 2-player action. It's got everything. That is your lot. I hope you enjoyed my very long, rambly video. Hopefully make some more for you. Bye!